This is the best trick I could ever teach you. I'm a 40-year-old celebrity makeup artist based in New York City, and I don't gatekeep ever. And this trick is going to be about concealer or foundation. The topic is priming the brush. If you're not new here, you might already know this. Stick around if you need a refresher. All you're going to need is a full coverage concealer and a concealer brush, aka an eyeshadow brush actually. Just so you know what you're getting yourself into. This is an addictive trick. You won't be able to stop doing it when you try. And it will give your skin the most flawless finish, all the while you won't look like you've got any makeup on. You do need to make sure you wash your face with a cloth before you go to bed though for this to work. That just does a little bit of conditioning and exfoliating. I've got nothing on my skin. It looks like I've got highlighter on, but I haven't. It's my lights. And it's my skin texture from that cloth that I mentioned a few seconds ago. So I have a big swatch of that Mario concealer. I wear the shade 180. And then I have my KJH and Spectrum Collab Brush number 10. You don't need this specific one, and you don't need that specific concealer. You just need a full coverage concealer with a brush similarly shaped to this. You're going to take all that product and you're going to smush it into those bristles. Well, this should be the thing that actually takes you the longest. And when that concealer is pretty much just a patch on the back of your hand, this is ready. You're going to take that brush and you're just going to gently sweep it anywhere that you want coverage. You're going to be very gentle with your pressure. I'm just going to do one half of the face so that you can see the difference. You go around the mouth and a little bit on the chin where I've got redness, above the brow to border it a little bit, and then up at the outer corner of my eye to lift, and then underneath the contour. There's a chance that that concealer shade might be a tiny bit light for me right now. However, I challenge you to try this and let me know what you think, because this is probably the most viral trick that I've ever taught, that when people have tried it, have come back to me and been like, that is amazing. Before, redness and discoloration around my nose and around my mouth, and not so much contrast around my eyeshadow and my skin. And then the opposite of all of those things that I just said. For anybody that wants to challenge the waste level of this technique, product will always be in the brush until you wash it, not just evaporating into thin air. And I can also go back to the back of my hand and pick up more. I do want to show you the difference then if I was to do this and not edit it so that you can see the time that it takes. Also, if you put thick foundation around your nose area there, it will, in fact, crease quicker. And it's probably more than what you even need in the first place. But as you can see, I'm still blending this. That whole side of my face was way quicker than this. I am using a small brush, so that is part of the reason why it's taking a while. But the reason why I use small brushes is because it gives you control as the user of where that concealer is going and what it's doing and what areas it is covering and what areas it's not covering. Because sometimes you might not want the concealer to cover the blush. Sometimes you might not want the concealer or foundation to go too much into the eye or too much into the area that you put bronzer. And as you can see, it's more full coverage this way. However, this brush already had product in it from this side, remember? So that's going to turn this side even more full coverage. And I do want to preface, there is no right or wrong. It's more a matter of what kind of time allowance that you've got to do your makeup in and how full coverage you like your complexion. And to match this side to this side, it's pretty easy for me to take a little bit more, either from what's on the back of my hand or prime a little bit more into the brush. The difference is you don't have to sort of fight to blend in hard edges and hard lines. Save this or share it with a friend if you found it helpful.